I hope we don't get snow. I don't think we are getting snow today. Well, I think, was it Thursday or Friday of last week, I asked if any of us will want to take up sales as a job. Some of you said no, others said yes. And I tried to let you know how profitable or important it is to be a salesperson. Now, the slide you have there tells us the path that as a salesperson you can pass through. So let's see this. This is a straight shot. See, we have the sales trainee. Then you move up. I hope we do understand what it means by sales trainee. Then, after training, you become what? A salesperson. Now, if you're good, your performance is good, you treat customers right, as you want to be treated, you improve the lives of people, the customers who buy your product or your service. You move up to the key accounts person. I will ask you, who can we define as a key accounts person? Do you know?
Manager. No.
You move from salesperson, then you become a key accounts person. Who can we classify or define as a key accounts person? Where is my reading? We are moving on the ladder to be as salespersons. Now, can we define the concept of a key accounts person? Who can we define as the key accounts person?
They deal with more important customers.
Again?
They deal with more important customers.
You sure? Okay. From here, we move to, you get promotion, and you move up to what? To be a district sales manager. From the district sales manager, if your performance is good, your per job evaluation is good, you move into the regional sales manager. From the regional sales manager, you move to divisional sales manager. Please try and understand this. Divisional sales manager is different from regional sales manager. If you are a regional sales manager, you are in charge of what? Of a region. It's different from division. What do you understand by that in your book? Divisional sales manager. And from the divisional sales manager, you move to national sales manager. And then we have the vice president. And from the vice president, you become the president of the firm, of the company, or of the business. So as you see, there are several opportunities. There are several opportunities in getting a job as a salesperson. Now, for what you do, you are rewarded, right, for what you do. The rewards take the form of financial and non-financial rewards. Two parts. So we have the intrinsic reward. The key here is the intrinsic. It's non-financial. Why is intrinsic reward non-financial, and how do we explain the concept of intrinsic? The opposite of this is extrinsic. What is intrinsic?
Intrinsic means it made you happy.
Intrinsic to make you happy?
Yeah.
What makes you happy?
That would be, for example, like helping a customer, like the self-satisfaction of helping a customer will be like intrinsic reward.
Are you happy eating back there?
Very.
So you think this room is your cafeteria? Okay. That's explained by the two gentlemen, you see. The enjoyment, the happiness that comes if you are a skillful salesperson, you are able to successfully help somebody who indeed is happy. What actually involves in selling? Intrinsic. What provides the enjoyment when you are at work? We don't go to work simply because of the money that we receive. I come to work simply because I'm happy if students who don't even know who cannot even write their names insult me. The insult gives me happiness. You are happy? Are you happy because I'm saying when students insult me, I'm happy?
No, that doesn't make me happy.
What work do you do?
What do you mean?
Are you employed?
Yes, sir.
Where?
At Pepsi.
Pepsi. Oh, you told me.
Yeah.
You are a distributor?
I work in a warehouse.
Working.
Hey, what, Phil?
Princeton.
There was one student who worked for Coca-Cola, Coke. And I was going there to cheer him up at the distribution center in Brashford. Brashford. I tried to talk to him, but some of you students think that the money that you earn by doing that job is better than getting a college degree. And I cannot even find him now. I have gone there about 3-4 times and I have not been able to get hold of him to trying to encourage him to come and finish the program. Do you enjoy doing that?
Yeah. I mean, it's not, you know.
Can you explain that the enjoyment that you enjoy in doing the work has been given you intrinsic reward?
I wouldn't really say that it's the work that I enjoy. I'd say it's really the people that I work with.
So people first. You look at this. This is non-financial. You see, the quick path to managing large amounts of responsibility. All this tied to your responsibilities, what you do as a salesperson. This doesn't give you money. That's non-financial. But the responsibilities that come with the work that you do, that is non-financial. You see, the quick path to managing other people. It gives you enjoyment. Then we look at the other side of rewards, and that is financial. You see, we go to work at the end of the month, or instances are there that some of you get paid in a weekly basis, or fortnightly, or monthly. You live in an apartment, or you live in a house, and you have to pay your bills. How do you pay? You have to be paid by employers. So they give you the paychecks. Some paychecks, when we get the envelope, it doesn't even get home, it's finished. Is it not true? Do you save some of it? Now, some of us are not wage earners or salary workers. Some of us are private. We work on our own. Do you see? We like doing the work that we do. We like doing it. And what comes with it is that when we have finished doing what we do and we get the money, that is financial. There's nothing like free lunch in the workplace. And you see that based on performance, you see, we get paid based on merit pay in some organizations. If you are able, powerful worker, you work well, you see that you get raised in what you do. To be successful as a salesperson, you see, one, you see, you love selling. These are the things that you have to be equipped with to be successful. You have to use the golden rule. We have talked about it, that you have to do unto others as you wanted. You want others to do unto you. Treat others as you wanted others, to treat you. You have to have what? Communication skills. You should communicate very well. Know the product. Know the offering and be able to explain the product to the customer who comes to you. Right? Next, you have to be personal. Now this, you can read into this, the golden rule. You don't have to be rude when the customer comes in there. You have to be courteous, be polite to the customer. Have that skill. Be a people's person. Now, excel at the strategic thinking. Strategies that the companies put up. You have to strive very hard to exceed what you do and have knowledge for sales. And as I indicated earlier, you will not be successful, you cannot be a salesperson if you don't know the product. You have to know the product and be able to talk, describe it, talk to the customer and help the customer to understand and accept the product. Note that selling involves what? Lot of energy. It involves a lot of energy. Here, you have to have energy, be energetic, have the stamina. You cannot give up. If you are not strong, you can't do it. Be very, 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 very strong. Being a salesperson. And as we saw last Monday, I asked the question, do you want to provide service to others? And some of you will say, no, it depends upon this thing. But note that here, if you are a salesperson, then it means that you have to provide service or services to others. In doing this, you are improving the life or the lives of the people that you deal with. Do understand that all of us are salespersons. All of us, we are salespersons. Why, if you ask somebody to do something, hey, don't cross the road. The car is coming. You are asking the person, you are selling something to the person you are talking to not to cross the road. You are improving the life of this individual. Why? Because if you do not sell, the danger of crossing the road when a vehicle is coming, the person is going to get hit by the oncoming vehicle. By stopping the individual from crossing the road and not getting hit, you have sold something to the individual. You have improved the life of the individual. So all of us are salespersons. So we have this man, Harry Potter, and you. Harry Potter, you know Harry Potter. Who is Harry Potter? What is he?
He's a wizard.
Huh?
He's a wizard.
Oh, okay.
I love Harry Potter.
You like Harry Potter?
Uh-huh.
Why do you say that you have things in common with Harry Potter?
Because he's magic and so am I. I'm being serious, guys. I really like Harry Potter.
saying that you and Harry Potter, you have the freedom to choose the type of person you want to be.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how you will want to treat others. Do you want to be treated right?
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
Do you treat other people right?
Sometimes.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, no.
Then you can be a good salesperson. You have to be a good salesperson. You have to treat your customers right all the time. Are you feeling warm?
A little bit.
The woman is warming you up.
I'm the only girl in the class.
I'm really very cold.
Me too.
So we want to treat people. We want to be who we are. But we have to treat people right, the way that we want to be treated. Any questions for this? And it is very nice. It's bright enough to treat people right. Don't all the time look down upon people. No matter who your customer is, treat your customer right. You see. And there's nothing wrong in saying that you're wrong in doing something for somebody. If you do that, you are a salesperson. To put the customer first. That is the purpose of being recruited and being trained, giving the orientation as a salesperson. To treat people right, to be a very good salesperson and put the customer first. You need all this. Right? That allow them to care for the customer. Care for the customer. Is it Monday? I told you a story where I used the negative language. You remember that as a dean, you see, we knew what was happening at the registrar's office, that students didn't like what was going on, and even their transcripts were not well prepared. And a student from New York was coming. And I don't know, but it was easy to find my number. He called me. And I was trying to identify the students or the person's problem, why he was coming. This individual driver became upset and then used that language, which at that time I didn't even understand. You know the language he used? Excuse me for my language. He said, let me turn off this. Let me turn off this because it's being recorded. He said, fuck the hell out of you. I'm coming. I know your number. I know your office. I'm coming to get you. You see, within the confines, the borders of the customer is king. The customer does no wrong. This time, the customer was not right. Because I didn't do anything that merited that. It did not warrant that. Do you see? But as a salesperson, I was patient. Do you see? All the customers who come to us, all of your students who come to us, you are not always right. But as a salesperson, if you lose one salesperson, you see that you lose several. If you lose one customer, you see that you lose other customers. And we try to accommodate all kind of problems that customers give to us. If you are employed as a salesperson, either you are self-employed or you are an employee of an organization for a firm, you have to be courteous. You have to be patient, because people come with different behaviors that you have to deal with. If you are selling right from prospecting up to presentation and the closing. Closing is when the deal has actually been hatched. And even when the closing, the sale has been closed, you have to go what we have as post-purchase. You have to be in touch with the customer after sales service. You close the sale, and after sales, you have to deal with the customer. The customer might come back with some problems. You have to have patience to deal with their customer problems. So, you have to be careful, have care, be concerned with the customer who comes to. And then you have to enjoy the work that you do. And as illustrated or discussed by some of you, do you see? Be peaceful. Peaceful. And then have good relationship with your customers. In marketing, those of you in the principles of marketing, listen. That definition, we have relationship marketing. Build the customer. Don't let the customer go away. The new customer, if treated well, will become or can or could become a repeat buyer. A repeat buyer becomes what? Loyal. Why? Because the customer keeps coming back. And in the long run, the customer becomes an advocate. Tell other people, go to this place, go to that place. You'll be treated right. It needs relationship. Be courteous, be polite, and be patient with their customers. Now here, be kind to all people. Our Lady says sometimes, it should not be sometimes, it should be all the time. Once you are a salesperson, you have to be a salesperson. All the time, place the customer first. You see. Have high morals and ethics. Don't try to operate, underperform. Know what you are doing. Do not do the wrong thing. Don't do the wrong thing. Don't attempt to cheat the customer. It is unethical. You have to be careful. The instances are there that even our own managers, our bosses, might ask us to do something that we feel that is wrong. That is where the dilemma some of the salespersons are confronted with. because you come from different. You are trained at home. Parents, give you the training how to behave and all kind of things. Now you go to work and somebody is telling you to do the wrong thing. The dilemma is very, 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 very serious. Because if you don't do as directed, you are going to lose the job. But you need the money to pay your bill. That is where the dilemma is. Hell, is it not true?
Yes, sir.
It is true. You see, and even you come back, the faith that we belong to tells you, don't do this. But the work is telling you, do that. What do you have to do? You see, this is a question that I have often discussed with students. Some have been honest and saying, hey, I will do what the work is asking me to do. You see, against the faith, against the culture that raised him at home or her at home. Because if you don't do it, you cannot put money on table to buy grocery. Your manager is going to ask you to leave. So at will, but there are some who will stick to their neck and say, no, I'm not going to do it. And they will lose their job. Why? Because of the care for the customer. You see, you have to be morally upright. Work on that. But the dilemma is there. The problem is there. Instances. A case might happen when what you are doing, you know that the organization is asking you to do something that you know is wrong. Do you see? Be faithful to one's word. Be honest. Be fair in the sale. You see that all that is being sold here is what? Be fair to the customer. Provide care to the customer. Do you see? Be self-controlled. Don't act on emotions. Do you see? If you are an emotional person, do you see, you cannot be a salesperson. Friends, the community that raised me has been calling me, come and run for parliamentary elections. I'll tell them, no, I don't want to do it. Why? Because I cannot spend the money that is given to me by the government to improve the conditions of the community and then pocket the money. I can't do that. I can't. And therefore I cannot be a politician. You see, I have confronted my friends. One, a lawyer. My best friend, he's a lawyer. And every 3 months, they give them what they term as development fund for their districts. Over here in the U.S., we say for the counties. Go and buy school, go and buy food for the children, their food. Do this, improve the park and all kind of things. We don't see the development programs that the monies given to these parliamentarians are useful. I cannot do that. It is this that is making me to stand in front of you. Otherwise, I will be at home as a parliamentarian or be a minister. But I cannot be corrupt. I have left my friends, my best friend, his wife, was the Deputy Minister of Trade. When I was in Nigeria and I came here, anytime I went home, the wife would cook. That's for us to eat. When the woman was campaigning, I sent $1,000 to go and help. Within 3-4 years, when I went home, a story house has been built, finished. And I asked, where did you get this money from? Oh, uncle, you see, I have stopped sleeping in that house. I don't sleep in the house again. Anytime I go home, last December when I went home to organize my cousin's funeral, I only went there and then greeted them. I slept in the hotel. Why? Because the house I'm building is not finished, it's not completed. I can't do that. Control yourself. And all the time, have the customer in your mind. Now we have these two questions. How are we going to answer these two questions? How would you answer these questions? Do these success characteristics describe you? I mean this. All of you. Fine lady. Hello.
Yes, sir.
How many times have you texted?
Texted?
Have you texted? You are sending texts out. How many text messages have you sent out?
When?
Now.
In my life?
Now, in the class.
Actually, I just texted my coach and told him that I would see the trainer before practice, so 2.
Okay. 2. Okay, and the syllabus, it says, don't text in class. So if you want to text, step out and text.
Yes.
But the question to all of you, everybody, I have described myself, my emotions
I apologize.
to you. Now, look at these characteristics. Care for the customer. Take joy in the work you do. Find harmony in the sales relationship. Be patient. In closing, look, if you are doing the sales presentations, you see that there are some questions that the customer will ask if you do the sales presentations. You have to be patient and handle the questions well. Now, be kind to people all the time, up to be self-controlled in emotions. Now, question. All of you, I'm asking, do these characteristics describe you? Do you have all or part of them? Can you develop the missing ones? I'm resting my waist. Yes, you.
I'm sure I can develop what I don't have. I would think. I say I have a majority of.
You finish? You,
I
my
feel
friend.
me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I possess pretty much all of them.
Excuse me, be honest, be sincere.
Yeah, I feel like I possess all of them.
I'm not talking to you alone, I'm talking to everybody. Be sincere. That no, I don't meet this requirement. You see. Let's handle it. Let us be objective. Yes, sir, now go on. I'm sorry.
I feel like I possess all of them, but there's parts in different ones that I can develop more. Like because I was a salesperson for 4.5, 5 years. So I feel like through that I was able to, you know, build some what's it called?
Platon,
Yeah.
is your turn.
Like that.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Going later on down the road, if I was to get another sales position, I'd need to improve on a few, but I feel like I have the base qualities of all of them.
You see that he is being objective. There are some of the characteristics that he feels he has to work on to improve, to be an excellent salesperson for the company. Yes, sir, Mr. Mr. Platon.
Yeah, I think so. I have like almost all of them, and a couple of them I need to improve. And I think I'm gonna be like a salesperson. Like I have a good characteristic for that, and I can be nice for the customers and treat them good.
My friend, what's your name again?
My name's Ariel.
I have helped you to laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Do we, if we go back, look at this, do you meet all these requirements?
Do I meet
Or you
all of
have-
them? No.
Okay.
I'm not always fair. I don't have high moral ethics. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Yeah, some of them, yeah, I can sell stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna go into detail. But I can make a sale. But do I have all of those qualities? No. I have lots of room for improvement.
So which of these do you think you have to improve on?
Being fair and moral ethics, because I like to get to the point, you know what I'm saying? I'm more of a by any means necessary type of person, you know? So, you know, if you gotta break a couple rules to get there, then so be it. You know, I'm a risk taker. I like to chance it, you know? I like to gamble a little bit. We're gonna take a risk. What do you think?
So at what time?
Huh?
At what time, where do you say you're not fair, you want to cheat? Where do
I'm
you
sorry,
say,
sir, I can't hear you because my classmates are being disrespectful. I'm joking, guys. I'm totally joking.
No,
I'm joking, sorry.
now, if it is in the syllabus there, if anybody is disrespectful to you, let me know, I'll send the person out.
No. I'm totally joking.
Now,
Okay, so what was your question?
where do you say that you are not fair? In what terms?
I mean, it just depends on the situation because, like, in different circumstances, like, I feel like if I'm gonna make a sale and, like, I know kind of, like, a way to get around the system a little bit, I'm probably gonna do it.
So, can you do something, can you work to improve it where you fall short?
I need to, yeah, I
Okay.
need to improve.
Mi-
In
Mr.
case one day, because I have, like, a job in sales right now, but in case one day I get a real job in sales, then I'm gonna need to know these things. Like, what if I want to be a car salesman one day? I mean, I'm pretty sure I could sell you a car.
You say you want to sell me a car?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I don't have a car to sell you.
Okay.
Sell you.
Okay, Mr. Hill, it's your turn. Look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 characteristics. Do you meet all of them, or you meet some of them, but you don't meet others? Which ones do you meet, and where do you fall short? And what can you do to improve upon those that you fall short?
I fall short in having patience in dealing with people.
Oh, I can see that in tats.
Having patience.
Yeah.
Okay.
You seem like a.
Can you work on that?
Sir?
Can you work on that?
No, yeah, I can work on it.
You will work on that.
Yeah, it's just hard.
Okay. Mr. Foles,
Yes.
don't laugh at me. I will come back to your question.
I was just asking if I could use the restroom really fast.
You said you want to leave?
Just use the restroom really quick.
You want to use the restroom?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to take permission. Please hurry up. Don't mess yourself up. Hurry up. Don't take permission.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Do you meet all these 9 requirements, or you fall short on some of them? Which of them do you fall short, and what attempts have you done to improve upon them?
I'd say I don't have any of those, except moral ethics and faithful to one's word.
You are not faithful.
No, I'm saying those are the 2 that I do have.
You are faithful. You are faithful. And which one again?
And I have high moral ethics.
Okay. So these 2.
And I care for the customer to an extent, but sometimes they have to help themselves too.
So now, take joy in your work, relationship. What attempts are you doing or making to improve upon those requirements that you don't meet?
The more stuff I sell, the less I have of those qualities, because I realize it's just a waste. If somebody wants to buy something from me, they'll be straightforward, and I don't have to deal with a bunch of nonsense.
Okay, thank you. Mr. It's your turn, Mr. Ignacio.
Well,
Do you meet all these requirements?
no.
No. You see, this is nice, being sincere, right? Where do you think that you don't meet the requirements?
I mean, I don't know if I will take joy in the work. I mean, I would like to sell, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I will be patient enough to. I think it could be the other, but I don't know if I will be that patient and I will be that happy selling.
Yeah, I understand. All of us, sometimes we tend not to be patient. Do you see? We have to work on that. Do you see? We have to work on that. Why? Because the customers who come to us, we are all not the same. Do you see? Some are so rude that we hardly can. They come and, make us feel so angry. But we have to try. We have to try and then work on that. Please. All the time, let us put the person, the customer first. Because it is the customer who is helping us to keep our jobs. It is the customer who is giving money to the company we work for to sustain the business. Let us try and be patient with the customer. Let's listen to them. If in a situation when they are wrong, don't let us tell them they are wrong. Let's keep it. Why? Because we want the customer to keep coming back. McDonald's says, at first, in the 80s, it says, the customer is king. But that slogan has been changed to the customer does no wrong. An example is what I told you, a student coming, and I was helping to find out exactly if he arrived, what I had to do. And he jumped off and then, insulted me. I did not hit back. Why? Because he's the customer, he's the king. He does no wrong. Let us do that. Continue. So, let us look at this. The customer is at the center of the sales, the ABC. Customer. Customer is at the forefront of the business, the selling business. You see that here we have the customer. What do? When the customer comes, we have to talk to the customer, be patient, and learn from the customer what will serve the needs of the customer. We have to know our product and be able to present to the customer the benefits that the customer is going to derive when the customer purchases the product. It is our responsibility to do that. If you feel that the product will not meet the needs of the customer, don't be a traditional salesperson. And as we saw on Monday, the traditional salesperson is selfish. Wants to push the product, even though the product might not meet the needs of the customer. Don't be pushy, right? Get the commitment from the customer after the presentation for the customer. Buy the product and provide the service to the customer. Why? Because the customer is at the center of the business. Questions? Questions? We are stopping on this and we'll continue on Friday. Any questions or questions? If there are no questions, then that class has ended. So if you are not in the next class, or if you are in the next class and you are not interested, or you have something to do, you cannot stay for that class, you can leave.